Hello. So, it's been a minute. If you can't tell, I am ill. I've fallen victim to a cold. It's been killing me, I'll be honest. Hold on, I'm just gonna turn down the music I'm listening to right now. But yeah, I mean, where do I get this started? It's been some time now, obviously since my last video. But today's video is gonna be a bit different. I'm not gonna talk about self-help and stuff today. I don't want to. I'm gonna talk about something that I just have been meaning to go ahead and talk about and just say. I'm in a time in my life where I'm surrounded by people, but I feel so alone. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel the way I feel right now. I mean, it doesn't make sense, you know? Like, I'm surrounded by people who love and care for me. I'm surrounded by people who want to be around me, who desperately want to go ahead and spend time with me, and I don't know, I guess I just feel so alone. You know, I've got so many friends with me, and I've got so many people that are rooting for me. So many people that want the best for me. I don't know, I guess I'm scared, maybe? You know, I don't want to fuck it up. But just scared, you know, I don't want to be the one to let them down. I don't want to go ahead and tell them that, you know, I didn't do something because I couldn't. I feel alone. Feel without purpose, I guess, as well. This isn't me being ill. This has been a persistent feeling for a while. I didn't know if I was comfortable with talking about it on here. I want to talk to people about it. I want to get it off my chest, but I don't know, I guess I'm scared to talk about it. Maybe, you know, because of the fact that, you know, I'll have to go ahead and discuss it or something. But I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to rack my head around it, trying to figure out what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna hear a lot of coughing, so I apologize in advance. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this feeling has come from. I don't know why I suddenly feel so singled out in all of this. You know, I think the thing is what confuses me as well is just that, you know, I don't get it. I mean, like I said, you know, I'm in a time in my life where I'm surrounded by people who love and cherish me, and maybe, you know, it's because of this whole breakup thing that it's got me upset. I don't know. Maybe it is that. Maybe it's something else and I haven't realized it. But I just, you know, I don't get it. I don't get why I feel so down in the dumps. I don't want to feel down in the dumps, you know. I felt perfectly content without it. Don't want to continue it. But I don't know, I just feel not miserable, but kind of left out, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like there's so many people that I want to go ahead and tell about how I'm feeling, but I don't know, I guess I'm stuck in a point where I can tell someone, but, you know, I don't know what I want to hear anymore. I don't know if I'm afraid of being told something I already know the answer for, or something. I don't know. I guess I just feel so left out from other people. And I don't think it helps that I've been secluding myself. It really hasn't. But I just, I've been... It's not an excuse, but I've been struggling a lot. Just put myself out there. I want to go out on dates again. I want to start talking to other people. I don't know, I guess... I just feel... I'm scared, I'm scared to talk to people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I miss my ex. I think it goes without saying, but I think the issue I'm finding now is that it's just even her, regardless, even if she was around, I don't know, I'd still feel alone. Still feel like part of me is missing something. Like there's someone that I'm meant to be able to talk to. My best friends. I can't even. I don't know. I want to spend time with them, but I can't articulate how I feel. There aren't enough words in the English language to go ahead and say it, and I don't think there are any words in any other languages that can go ahead and say how I feel. And that's not even one of the issues. It's just the fact that I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I'm upset. I don't know if I'm hurting. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm hurting, because that's what it feels like. I'm getting that aching pain that you get when you're hurting. I'm getting that pain in your head where it's just kind of like it's the same thing nagging you over and over, and that's the pain I feel right now. It sounds silly, I know. Why do you feel this way, and how can you not tell how to talk about it? And the thing is I know it's silly to go ahead and not know, but that's the thing. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot, trying to figure out a way to go ahead and get myself to go ahead and fully articulate how I feel, but I genuinely cannot think of any way that I'd be able to. Don't get me wrong, I think there are going to be plenty of ways for me to go ahead and talk to someone about how I feel, but it's just, this whole thing that, I don't know, I guess I'm scared? I don't know, it's weird, because the thing is I'm not normally scared about this kind of stuff. I'm not scared to talk about my feelings. I like talking about how I feel. I like telling people that I'm not doing okay, because then it brings attention to it. And, from there I can go ahead and tell people, but I don't know, I guess now it's just weird, because it's like, I finally have the chance to say something, but I can't. I genuinely don't know why. I can't say anything. God knows what reason it is. And I want to figure it out. I really want to figure out why I feel this way. Just frustrating. I think out of all the things that could have bothered me, I didn't realize being on my own like this would scare me that much and would hurt me this much. I always knew that I was afraid of being alone. It wasn't something that was new, but I don't know, I guess just the whole thing of it. You know, not being able to have those words come out. It feels like, you know, it feels like I'm waiting on a friend to come over, but that friend isn't gonna come over. It feels like this kind of thing where... Sorry. It feels like... I don't know. I think the best way I can describe it is a very weird way of explaining it, but it's the only way that I can explain it. I have no mouth and I must scream. I don't mean I'm going to become like a super evil computer or anything. I mean as in like I don't know. You know, I don't know what to say, but there's so much that I want to say at the same time. You know, there's so many people that I want to go ahead and talk to, but at the same time, I don't know how. I don't know why I can't talk to them about it as well. Like, it's not like I decide, like, oh, I don't want to. I can't. It's like the words don't want to leave my throat. And I guess it sounds silly, you know, to put it like that, but I don't know, I guess I'm just... I wouldn't call it scared to talk about how I feel, but more so that I'm not sure about what's going on with me. Oh, for fuck's sake. And, you know, I know that at the end of the day, it's, you know, I shouldn't worry too much about it. I should try and do the best that I can. But, I don't know, I guess, right now especially, I don't know, I guess I feel like I don't know how to put it. It's annoying, it's frustrating. I understand how I feel, but I don't know how to explain it. You know, I just want to be cared for. I feel unwell now, and I'll be honest, it sounds so silly, but I want to be treated, you know? I want to be given that special treatment that you'd give to someone who's like a baby. You know, bring them tea, help them out. Like, I just want to be cared for again. And it sounds stupid, yeah. Maybe it doesn't to you, but to me, you know, I know how it comes across. I'm not angry at people that they're not coming over right now as we speak and not trying to care for me. If anything, I'm completely understanding of it. You know, it's not their problem. Oh, this might be the strat. I guess now as well, what makes it more frustrating with this whole thing as well is just that I'm saying the same thing over and over. I'm repeating myself. I'm going and saying the same things over and over again, and it's frustrating because it's like, you know, I can guarantee you there's someone who understands it. There's someone who will go ahead and get it. I haven't found that person. I haven't found someone who gets what I'm feeling. It's not a disrespect to my friends or my loved ones. It's just, you know, it's a way to articulate it where they're just like, yeah, I get it. I think the issue is that I never really had a lot of healthy forms of communication. Now, because I know about it, I'm aware of the fact that I need to go ahead and give myself that. I don't know, I'm not used to it. I'm always used to telling other people it's going to be okay. I'm not used to eating it. I'm not used to wanting for someone to turn around to me and tell me it's going to be okay. I don't think it helps that, you know, I'm stuck in my own head so much as well. I had my shield up for that. Thing is that I say it quite often, but I do feel supported. Who I am now, just as a person in general. I don't feel like I've not got anyone to turn to, but mentally, I don't feel like I can. It feels like there's something that's stopping me from talking about how I feel. I don't even know what it is. Whether it be me or some like weird feeling in the back of my head, like I don't know. I'm perplexed by it, and it confuses me, it frustrates me. It's like I've got all this time in the world now, and I'm an adult. I can talk to people about how I feel. I can tell them that I'm not okay, and yet for some reason I can't sit there and tell people I'm not okay. You know, I have to hide behind telling other people it's going to be okay, and I give people advice and I can't even follow it. I can't even follow my own bloody advice, and I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. You know, like it's just as frustrating as it sounds. You know, I have all of this to say to people, all this advice to give, and yet somehow, some way, I managed to not follow it myself. You know, I'm like stuck in this kind of repetitive state of just saying the exact same thing to myself, saying that it'll be okay, it'll be all right, you know, I'll get through this, and all this kind of stuff to myself when I'm not even sure of it myself. I don't know if I'm gonna get through this. I don't even know if I'm gonna get through this year. Okay, well that's a bit extreme, but like, you get what I mean. I just feel like, you know, I'm at a time in my life where I should be able to go ahead and tell people, hey, I'm not okay. But for some reason, I'm struggling with the basic. And I have no idea why. And I hate it. I despise the fact that I can't talk to someone right now about how I feel. I despise the fact that I'm, you know, actively putting myself down from relationships that could be so special, and I hope that makes sense, though. You know, I'm not the brightest egg, or the brightest bulb, sorry, that's the phrase. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, but I like to think of myself as someone who is able to give people the care they need. You know, maybe not all the time, maybe not every day, but I think I'm a good person. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I'm not a good person. Maybe I've still got a lot of learning and growing to do, and I just haven't realized it yet. But if that is the case, I'd rather learn it sooner rather than later. I'm done with a lot of it. I'm not gonna end it all, no. But I feel so, I don't even know how to say it. Like I feel like even now when I scream how I feel, no one hears me. It's like walking into like, you know, a room where everyone's there, but it's so loud that even when you do scream, no one hears you because everything else just overlaps. It might sound stupid. It's just, I don't know. It's something that I've been feeling for a long time, and it's been difficult because I haven't had the chance to go ahead and tell people. You know, I know that it's gonna be okay in the end. I'm aware of it. It's not like I don't know that. Just you know, I wish it was okay sooner. I wish it wasn't so scary to go ahead and talk about my problems properly. You know, one thing I find really funny about the whole situation is that, you know, I give all this advice. Somehow I've somehow managed to avoid it myself. I've somehow managed to go ahead and hear all these words get said, but I've never listened to them. And it's one thing that I find really funny, that I don't know, I guess I know what to say to other people. I don't know what to say to myself. I don't know if it's because of, you know, like other things. Okay, I was blocking that. I might be wrong. Maybe I am overreacting for all of it, and it will be okay in the end. Even so, it doesn't feel okay now. No, oh, fuck's sake. I really don't know how I feel, and it frustrates me. It pisses me off that I'm in this place mentally, because I don't want to be. I don't know why I zoomed in, but okay. Well, my intention wasn't to be here. I was just trying to look around here. Is that... Oh, don't tell me that's what that is. I'm just trying to figure out what this is, because I'm pretty sure that's the portal room. You know, one thing I do find quite happy, though, that out of all the things that I could have had happen to me, I still found a way to go ahead and come out of it okay. Like, I still found how to go ahead and power through a lot of it. You know, maybe it doesn't sound like I'm powering through it now, but I want to say I am. You know, at the end of the day, you know, things, especially things like this, they're never going to be easy. And I don't expect them to get easier, especially because it's just how it is with life. You know, it's a pain in the ass. It punches you down, and it gives you shitty days, but I don't know. I reckon this is going to be a shorter video. I don't want to depress you guys too much. But I don't know. I feel alone. At a time in my life where I shouldn't be, I feel very much alone. And I don't think I can talk to anyone about it. Doesn't feel like it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I don't know if I'm going to post this video. I might post it. I might not. I just have to see. Good chance I probably will, though, because I'd like to go ahead and get this video out. Just, you know, be something to post. And so that you guys know I'm, you know, not dead. I don't plan on dying anytime soon. So, at least you guys know. Okay, oh, that's the slime. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.